Hello, this is Liz with Crafty Devotion, and today I'm going to show you how to make these flowers. Um, the lavender, cream, and pink, and they are quite simple to make. You just have to have the right materials, which I do carry in my shop. But first, I'm going to start out by showing you this bling lot I have. I usually put lots of jewelry or bling in my shop, and they have different colors. This one is pink. I know I'm very low on lots, but I do have quite a few of these. And I'm going to show you some of the things that are in this lot. And then you can purchase it if you'd like. All right. So this is lot number 2 in my pink lot. And you would find the jewelry lots under Jewelry and Bling in my Etsy shop. I may begin to start adding more categories as I keep on growing and I'm getting more and more listings. But these are some of the things that I have in this lot. So how do you find me? Well, you go to Etsy, or you can go into the description box below. Usually there's a little arrow on the right side, and you go there and you can follow the link to my shop. And I do have categories. I'm going to try and improve my category selection this coming year, or this maybe by the end of the year, so that there's more categories, because I'm noticing that I have a lot of things in one category. So I think I have a category of vintage items, my handmade items, and you will find my dress kits and things in my handmade section, because I am hand making those. And then I have jewelry and bling, and I have laces and trims. I'm pretty sure I'm going to separate the laces and trims from the appliques. And then I have another one called flowers and fabric, where I put vintage fabrics, or fabrics, because I can sell fabrics if I find it. But I might be adding more categories to that. So as of right now, I'm going to show you all of these I have in my hand. This is a beautiful metal brooch, and you can put this on any of your projects, and you can make it removable if you want. Say you switch around, your beautiful things and decorating, you can put it on and take it off. That would be a good glue. But I sell things for crafting, and I find them at a good price, and then I try to provide them to you. And then this is a filigree piece. This one, I'm gonna start making this one into an ornament. So you might find that soon in my Etsy shop as a small ornament. And this one, I have it in light pink already in my shop, along with this crown. And this is in the lot, though. The magentas are. And then I have a few of these, and there I have the rose colored pink in this one. And then small little things. I do have a few samples of beads. I didn't put a lot of beads. I usually put a little bit, just so you can use, and it can inspire you. And this is the pale pink that I have. It's very pale, and I call it pale in my listing. The other big thing I do have in this in this lot, are a lot of buttons. There are over 50 pieces in this lot, and I think it's about $25, and it's definitely worth the value of the $25 to get everything in one lot. Look at these cute little kitty cats. Isn't that cute? You could sew it on one of your projects. But so these are sample of some of that I have. I placed one of these, and this is a sample of, I carry this beautiful parchment flowers in my Etsy shop. These are vintage pieces, and that's a sample of one of them. And the other ones, I put 3, and these are not pink. They're kind of like more of a peach, but I do have quite an inventory on these, so I like to put them in so you can see them as samples, even though they're not pink. And this is a sample of me taking one of these apart. I take these, and I like to use them in my projects, and I'll separate them and open them up, and I'll twist these around so that they take up more space. And sometimes it'll look like a bigger flower compared to the smaller flower. So you can do that with them. And then these are actually fabric. They're probably called silk flowers, but I know silk flowers are not really silk, but they are made from a fabric that looks like the silk flowers. But I also take them apart, and then if I need a smaller flower, I'll take it and I'll fold it, maybe in thirds or like this, and then I can use it as a piece that I can tuck in to little spots in my projects. So that's my clue. This is pink lot number 2, and then this one I have here is pink lot number 3, and they are different. I mean, not number 3, number 1. This is number 1. And I know a couple of the differences. One that you might want to know about. You can look at the pictures, because what is in the photos is so this one has a gold peacock instead of a silver one. This one has the larger, sorry for all the noise, the larger pink bling. And then I'll show you one more thing. I know the buttons, there's a couple of buttons that are different. I did put some of the, come on, stop moving. I put the sewing buttons in this lot. So where it has a thimble, I think you might have 3 or 4 pieces of the sewing buttons, which they're not really, I wouldn't use these as for buttons, but they're used for embellishments. So you can use them to embellish your projects. And that's it for that. And now I'm going to put this aside, and we are going to make some flowers. Now these flowers do not take a long time, but I am going to show you a few tricks about the flowers. So here are the flowers we're going to make. And I'm surrounded by the things I'm designing. I'm also been putting out videos, and this is one of the other ones you haven't seen that I'm going to show. If I get a chance, I'm going to show you guys how I did these. But, you know, I decided I need to show them this flowers, because I have this. If they're ordering something, they might want to get a little bit of this so that they can make their own flowers. So this I'm using. This is in my shop. I only have it in 2 colors, and I will get, no, 3 colors. I will get more colors. I think there's blue and there's white that I can order. But this one is the satin pink, and then this is made with the lavender purple, and then this is made with the cream. So you can see what they look like. And I'm going to show you how easy. With 1 yard, you could make 4 flowers that are about this size, and these are about 2 inches. See that? Okay, now I'm going to show you how I made them. So what I did is go ahead, if you do buy a yard, you cut your piece into 4 pieces, and you should be able to get 9 inches. This one I have here is too long. Okay, well, let me cut it in 9 inches. So that means that it should be 9 inches, because 9 and 9 is 18, which is half a yard. I'm going to just cut off this little piece so that you can see exactly how to do them. Okay. And what I've been using, I figured it out to make it easy so I could teach you guys. I'm going to be using my hot glue gun. This is how I've been doing it. I'm using a Sharpie sized marker. I like to use these a lot to hold my projects. And I'm going to take this piece, and you're going to be tempted to roll it this way, where it's actually facing outward. The satiny, so it's a little more matte on this side and a little more satin on this side. You're going to be tempted to put the satin on that side, just like I was right now. But what I want you to do is I want you to put the satin side down and the matte on this side. So let me hold it so you can see it. So what I usually do is I go and I put it so that my finger holds it down here. You don't want to get burned, so I like using this because it helps me not to get burned. I hold it like this. To start, I put a tiny bit of glue right there, and then I attach it like that. Okay, so now it's on. All right, next, then I turn it around, and I don't attach the glue on this anymore. I attach it on the actual lace, and I usually do about 2 at a time, 2 little ruffles. I'll explain the ruffles a little more right now. And then I put it like this. I roll it, and you're going to roll it just right on top of itself. You can do other tricks to make them look a little more larger, or you can use more fabric. And I'm going to show you one where I use a little more fabric, see if it makes a difference, which I haven't tried actually, because I've been trying to make it say how many flowers can you get out of a yard of this. So see the little ruffles? When I talk about ruffles, you see it's folded right here. It's almost like a folded ruffle. I count those. So 1, 2, sometimes 3. So I don't put it on too many, but I put it along the edge above the sewing. And when I'm placing this down on here, you got to make sure you hold this down so you don't get your glue on that. I'm actually just rolling it right on top like this, and don't make it tight. If you make it tight, then your flower will be really tight. This flower needs to be loose, okay? And I do a lot of, I have uh, a lot of other tutorials to make flowers, and they also, I like to roll things. So this is how you do it for this. I have another ruffled lace. It's a chiffon one that I'm starting to carry. I have a little bit of pink left, but I mostly have, I've just ordered some white, so I have mostly white because somebody ordered like 10 yards of it, and so it's kind of gone. All right, so I just keep on rolling it. That's all you do. It's so simple. And you can tweak it for yourself. Now, again, make sure you're not doing it tight. You're just gently laying it where you want it. There. Okay. And then you just push this down. As you can see, you can still see the hole. But now you just go like this and the hole disappears, and look how pretty and easy that was. It makes a nice little flower. Now, one of the things you have to realize is that you can take this if you want. You can use a piece of fabric, you can use a piece of felt, and you can glue it on here. And then you'll have, so nothing, your jewel or something won't fall through. Or sometimes I'll take it and I'll find the center like this, and I'll find the little edge, and then I'll glue it on top of that so that it doesn't fall through. The other thing I'll do sometimes, let me show you. I'm going to pull out some of this bling. Let's see, this is from the number 2 lot, and I have about 3 of these buttons in there. These buttons I noticed fit perfectly. You put it in there and you can glue it right in there. Okay. Now, when you're using a larger button, or like a flat button, we're going to try this rosy pink one, and you put it on there, it still works. So then it won't fall through because it's bigger. Now, one other tip I'm going to give you about that, adding your centers, is you can go and make sure that if it's like not sitting right, I'll go and I'll snip it a little bit, and then it will lay better sometimes. So you can see it tightens up here. So you might snip it like on the little folds. That's how easy this flower is to make using that lace. Now, I did practice making it in a few different sizes. So let me see. I'm going to see. This is oh, there's the 9 one. So I'll take that 9 one, the 9-inch one, and I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to cut it. So that means it's about 4.5 inches long. And I'm going to show you how to make it smaller so that you have a smaller one. I'm going to you can use any pen. This is the pen I have here, but it's not the size I used earlier. So I'm going to use this size because this is a little bit bigger. So you can experiment with different pens. I found that if I make it smaller, and this is about 4.5 inches. I'm measuring it. And yeah, it's about 4.5 inches. And you're going to do it this time because it's so small. You want to, this time, do it where the satin is up. Because if you look at this one, the satin is showing here and here. And then when it starts opening, and here it doesn't show very much because it's pretty much closed up. But this one is going to just show the satin. So this time for the little ones, do the same thing, but now this time the satin is facing up. On the other one, the satin was facing down. Now, if you want a matte flower, then do it the other way. And then you just go and do the same thing. And this one can be tighter if you want it to be tighter, because it's going to be more like a rosette. Maybe more of a closed rose. And I'm overdoing my glue there because I'm in a hurry. I don't know why. Whenever I record, I'm in a hurry because I don't want it to take so long, but it doesn't matter what I do, I take long. So I'm hoping this is not going to take a very long time. Okay, so this one I got glue. See, I told you I overdid the glue. It's on the on the pen. Okay, so let's pull it through, and you can see it's a lot smaller, and a lot smaller. So just make it tighter, put it on a thinner piece until it comes the way you want. You can even make it smaller than that. You can wrap it. And so you can see now it's peeking up, and so the satin's showing right here. Where on this one, when you make it nice 2-inch one, it's falling down. And this one's not going to fall down. It's just the center part. Now the other thing you can do is you can layer them. So here I did a small one like this, and then I went ahead and added the pink around the lavender. So that would, I think that would look good with this one right here. So you can go ahead, and I made a small one of this color, and then you can take some pink. Remember, it's going to open up, so you're going to want to, this one was wrapped with the satin out. I'm going to wrap this one with the satin backwards because this is the one that's going to start opening up. I'm just going to hold this part with my finger, put some glue. And I usually go slow and start it first, nice and neat, because once you get that, it's not so hard to roll it around. And now I think this is a longer piece. I think it's longer than 9 inches. So we're going to see what happens if I make it longer than 9 inches. Okay. Now, so you can purchase this by going to the description box, or just if you Google Crafty Devotion, I will come up on Facebook, Etsy, YouTube, like where we're at now. And you can find me that way. And then when you go into my shop, you can look at the categories, or if you're looking for something in particular, there, you know that on Etsy, there's a search box, say pink lace, and it'll probably come up. Or pink ruffle, because this, I think I call this ruffle pleated lace. I think that's what I call it. So this is definitely bigger, longer. I think it was more like 11 inches, this piece of lace. And we're going to experiment and see what happens. So you can experiment more to get more flowers. And this is quite simple, but yet it adds a beautiful, elegant flower to yours. And if you guys go over and you want more colors, comment below and tell me I want more colors of that. Or tell me on my Etsy shop, or I'm on Facebook. There you go. There we go. So there we go. Now this one's pink. It has a little cream center. See that? And here again, this is fine like this, because if you're going to use glue to attach it, then use glue to attach it. But you can also just put a piece of felt over that, or a piece of another pink fabric. But I guess these kind of look more like a carnation, a satin carnation. That's what I think they look like. I'm not very good at flower identifying, so but that's all I wanted to show you. I wanted to just do that really quick. And look, it's under 20 minutes. So again, this is Liz with Crafty Devotion. You'll find me as Crafty Devotion on Etsy, YouTube. I have a Facebook page and a Facebook group. You can visit that and just type me in www.craftydevotion and you'll find me. I'll talk to you guys next time.